What's going on, guys? Mike, aka Crypto Jewels. I'm going to hop into Oraichain. Let's go ahead and share the chart. ORAI. All right. So it's been, I think 3 or 4 days since we've done a ORAI update. So I think we're due for an update here. So for those of you who are new to the channel or have not seen the previous videos, I believe that we have a low in place, which is probably, hopefully, a macro low on November and last November. And we have an impulsive structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, putting in a potential trend reversing structure as long as we can follow through and hold the rest of this countdown here. So the rest of this count that I see is a WX, and then basically this Y, which is an A, B, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a C, and then we will impulse off of the low once we bottom. That's ultimately the idea behind this chart and this analysis and the current structure I see unfolding. So let's dive into the details here real quick. We have gotten follow through. This chart, if you guys remember right, had the potential to have an impulse. That impulse failed, and once we had that wave failure happen, obviously it did follow through, and our alternate count, which was going to be that this was a B wave instead of a 5 wave structure. The bullish scenario would have been this 1, 2, and then this was a 3, and then it would have needed to come down, make one more high to have 5 full waves in, and then a retrace, and then a break back above the top of that 5. That did not happen. And we talked about if that does not happen, and if we lose this area down here, which was the 382 fib level for our 4-wave extension, 4-wave retracement, then basically we can assume that we're going to have follow through in this C wave down, which is, this green C down here. So ultimately what I'm looking for price to do is bottom somewhere around the 61.8% retracement level, a 78.6% retracement level for a 2-wave in crypto is not out of the ordinary and not untypical, given the emotional highs and lows and the extremes of the emotions in crypto, because it's really based purely on emotions, and there's nothing really else driving it, and they're illiquid markets. So Elliott wave works really well, but with that being said, they can, your extremes are extremely to the upside when your emotions are, on the FOMO side, and they are extreme to the downside when your emotions are in fear. So, with that being said, it is very possible that we go all the way down to 78.6% for our retracement level, which is $1.57. So ultimately, my target zone for this thing to reverse is somewhere in between $1.57 to $2.40, roughly somewhere around there. As we dive in here to the micro, it doesn't appear right now like we are going to break as low as $1.57, but stranger things have happened, and we could get some sort of an extended 5th wave, or some sort of nasty action that happens with Bitcoin that drives the fear even more, and it extends even further. But right now, if this thing unfolds the way that a typical 5-wave would unfold, we can really expect the bottom to be in. It's already gotten to a typical 5-wave retracement. So a typical 5 from this microstructure would take us roughly down to $2.22 or so. That's a rough idea, but basically the way this thing is coming out, you've got this very small 1, 2, a extended 3, a 4, and then working on our 1, 2. Probably our 3 is not done yet. We'll have a 3, a 4, and then a final 5th down. And then what we will look for is an impulsive structure, being a little small 5-wave impulsive off the low, holding a 3-wave correction, and then breaking back above the top of that impulsive structure. That would give us validation that our bottom would be in. So depending on your risk management strategy and how you guys like to trade, this gives you an idea of how you could trade this thing if you're not very, if your risk tolerance is very low, then you would really want to wait for this entire structure to happen before you jump into a trade. If you have a high risk tolerance and you don't mind averaging in, and you don't want to miss it in case it just takes off without you, then you average in and just go from there. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I do this for entertainment and educational purposes only. So this is not financial advice, but I am just to show something real quick. I am creating an online course that will dive into all the details of how I trade with Elliott Wave and the analysis that I use with risk management and planning your trades, which I will get into details on how to manage risk properly if you were looking to get in a trade. So if you are interested in that course, I've got a link below this this video that you can sign up to get notified once it gets launched. It's going to be launched in about 30 to 45 days. And I will privately launch it to anybody who signs up first and foremost, and those people will get a significant discount on the cost of the course compared to when I publicly launch it. So if you're interested and want to save some money, then I would get signed up below and put your email address in so you can be notified when the course is ready. But other than that, guys, that's really all there is to this. Again, I do expect and anticipate one more follow through to the downside here. And then from there, we need to see a 5-wave impulse off of the low, and then a 3-wave, and then a break above the top of that 5-wave structure. That would indicate to me that a bottom is in. All right, see you later.